excited. We knew we got a steal. We had recruited him at other schools, a couple of the coaches here, and were shocked, really, that he didn't have a scholarship.
Mayfield on the draw at the 10, to the 5, sidesteps into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
I think he was 3. That he was watching Saturday morning cartoons in his TV chair, his favorite TV chair. And he jumped up and he said, "I'm not going to watch cartoons anymore, I'm going to watch ESPN." And he literally did that. I'm not joking.
I think that no one was really shocked that he was a starter, just because we all know we've seen glimpses of what he can do in practice, and we've seen what he's done in the games and stuff like that. And I think he's done a great job so far, and no one's had any lack of confidence with him or with Coach Kingsbury or with this team.
Mayfield hails from Lake Travis High School in Austin, Texas, where he led the Cavaliers to a state title his junior year.
What he did consistently in our backyard, he would organize games with all the kids. And it wasn't just, "Hey, can you come over?" He would get a piece of paper, get out the teams, line everything out from the aspect of the teams to the lemonade, all the drinks. He was always the leader of everything. It was a running joke in our neighborhood that everybody was like, he's going to be a leader of something, because he always wanted to have everybody over. The more the merrier.
Well, Baker was a freshman my second year here, and I was a defensive coordinator then, and Baker was part of the freshman team. He actually, Coach Morris was the head coach at the time, and he coached the quarterbacks, and so Baker and another quarterback kind of shared time as freshmen here. Baker was very small. He's probably 5'5", maybe 5'6" as a freshman, but he was very, very bright, bouncing off the walls all the time. Was a good athlete, but he was just one of the late bloomers, I think, out of the freshman class. But he was on our top team, and he was just an extreme competitor.
Oh, he was very small, 5'5", 5'6", skinny. Not as small as his older brother, but he was still pretty small. And everybody told him that, it was going to take somebody taller to play the quarterback, and he was always used to kind of sharing that position with the other kids at that time, because in middle school, 8th and 9th grade, kids grow at such different rates. And I remember there was this one much taller kid that got a lot more playing time because of that. But Baker never got discouraged. He just took that and used that to work harder and do what he loved, and that was playing football.
On August 30th, just 7 weeks after arriving on campus, Baker Mayfield became the first true freshman walk-on quarterback in history to start a season opener at a BCS conference school. That day, he threw for 413 yards and 4 touchdowns while running for another. Texas Tech beat SMU 41-23.
Excited. We knew we got a steal. We had recruited him at other schools, a couple of the coaches here, and were shocked, really, that he didn't have a scholarship. And so we talked to him, told him our situation and our vision for him, and luckily, he showed up and fell into our lap.
Yeah, it was one of those kind of stories, like, who's this kid? He didn't really know where he's from. I knew he was from Lake Travis because of Brewer. Me and Brewer hang out a lot, but that was pretty much it, knowing that he's from Lake Travis, he's a walk-on quarterback. And, you kind of go with working on 7-on-7. Davis was the guy coming in early in the spring and really getting snaps with him. That's who I was mainly working with. But we kind of got in there, spent a little time together. But yeah, when he first got here, we really didn't know, who's this guy here. But as we got into it, he started to get reps with the ones and starting to put his name out there. But yeah, at the beginning, we didn't know who this kid was. But I think everybody in the country knows who he is now, so he's making a good name for himself.
Lake Travis struggled during Mayfield's senior season, posting a 9-2 record, and once his dream school, TCU, opted for another quarterback, Mayfield was suddenly left without many options.
I think he was holding out for some different offers. You know, he had some offers early and those filled up, and I think he was holding out and it just didn't work out. But, you know, he won state championships, had incredible stats, very talented young man, and sometimes those things happen in recruiting.
In terms of not seeing coaches or not hearing from coaches, it was most hurtful for him. And then we, as my wife mentioned, we were very pleased about Mike Leach. It was flattering. Mike Leach wanted him very, very badly, and he called, recruited Baker heavily starting in his junior year, early in his junior year. And I don't know what he'd talk about to him, with him on the phone, but he always got off the phone. He was laughing, and as I know Leach, and I only know him through television, but he's got to be a character. So he was doing a good job, but we had no desire for him to go that far away and get that disconnected to everything. So we minimized that, had these discussions, and in combination with TCU pulling back, and understanding the process, but there's always a little misleading. I think when a school's trying to make a decision, they don't want to lose one while they're still trying to decide on the other. So there's a little deception to it, and we discussed that, and so it was expected. But we actually, Jen and I made the call on telling TCU to just back off.
Mayfield chose to walk on at Texas Tech, where his former high school teammate Michael Brewer was the starting quarterback. A few months later, Brewer injured his back, and Tech was left with two true freshman quarterbacks.
When we learned that Michael was hurt, we thought, we knew Baker. I know him. He's just going to get in there and work just 10 times harder than the next person. But no, this was not on the radar. He called us. I mean, all he wanted to do this year was beat out the third string quarterback and get a scholarship. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to redshirt, learn everything, and move on. But I also know Baker. He's just ready to step in and take that role very calmly and lead the team. That's his dream. He loves the whole team concept. He never meets a stranger. He just moves in, and he has those intangibles that it's a gift.
I think he's got, you know, a great future ahead of him. I think you saw his progress in high school. He really developed, and I think the same could be here. We have talented players around him, and so if he continues just to worry about himself and not try to do it all, I think he's got a really good future.
And there, as we got going, he gets more and more reps, makes the most of them. And the thing is, there's a couple times in camp, you know, the ball just seems to move. We moved the chains when he was in, and he made throws and made plays that you just kind of look at each other as coaches, and you're like, wow, you know, that's impressive.
I'm very proud.